There's a dog.
What is he doing? We're going to give everybody a minute because we've added a new feature. If you're joining us on Facebook, on our Facebook channel Under the Liberty Tree, or if you're watching on YouTube, you should be able.
I don't think anybody's watching on YouTube.
You should. Yeah, we're getting very few views.
Not a lot.
But you should be able to comment, and a little notification is supposed to show up here, and then we can comment on your comment.
Yeah.
Isn't technology grand? Or maybe I should say, is technology grand?
It's letting us do this.
It's letting us do this, and we're very grateful to have you join us. We do strongly request. I was going to say require. I almost said require, but we strongly request that you join us on social media by subscribing to Rumble or Gab TV or YouTube or Facebook. We were just looking at the stats. And on YouTube, which is our worst channel, we're getting 6 or 8 views. Although your video over on YouTube did pretty well. But we're getting very few views on YouTube. Apparently, now it's telling us we're offline. Which is not good. No, we're broadcasting.
Yeah. Okay, why did it tell us?
I don't know why it said that. But anyway, we're getting 8 views, 6 views, stuff like that on social media. Although you got 8 views for yours. Wayne and I got 65 on that one. So anyway, YouTube is definitely censoring this because we got, on our very first show, we got 235 views, and they have just been going down and down, which either means our content is horrible or we're being shadow banned. Now, if our content was horrible, then why are we getting more and more views on our Gab channel and our Rumble account?
Yeah, we really want to push more on Rumble.
So we're really asking people to go over to like and subscribe at Rumble because that's where the action is. Now, we're also going to change the format of the show a little bit. We continue to try to adapt and evolve to try to find ways to
we have to work around your busy work schedule. So
we're going to shorten the episodes. At least that's what it looks like we're going to do right now. That's the plan. But I just wanted to kind of let you know that it's really important for the show and for our ability to reach more people, for you to comment, like, subscribe, share, all the stuff you're supposed to do. I'm not very good at that, but it is actually pretty important for everybody to do.
It's almost as uncomfortable as walking around asking for campaign donations.
Nah, that's way more uncomfortable since we've both done that more than once.
Anyway.
That's way more uncomfortable.
This will not be short if we don't get to
all right. Well, then we have to start with our program regular. I don't know how often we'll keep doing this, but this is really, this is the number of days since I have cared about who's running for president. And the reason this is important is because the focus is going to be on who said what, which candidate is what. I understand Ron DeSantis went out to Iowa. Obviously, he's running for president. There's no question about it. He's doing all these national things. And that's fine. But in my opinion, none of that really matters until we fix that thing where the numbers come together and then we add them up and then we declare who the winner is. And until we fix that, until we have a day and we have counts at the local precincts, and those counts are announced publicly at the precinct and to the media and to all the parties within 30 minutes, 40 minutes of the election being over, everywhere, universal. If you don't get them in within whatever, an hour, they don't count. Like, that's the only way to do this. There's no other way to do this.
You mean like we used to?
Like every election that's exactly right.
Up until 2020.
I've been voting my whole life, and it has always been a simple, straightforward process. I often worked the polls at the end of the day, and I would go and stand there in the room, and the guy would go behind the machine, and he would look at the numbers, and he'd shout it out, and he'd go, "Makes sense to you?" And people had been tracking all day how many people
It's funny how...
And all that accountability went away, and we handed it over to computers.
Yeah, it's funny how we haven't done that since we moved to Florida, where it's warm to stand outside campaigning for somebody, or we haven't done that once since we moved to Florida, and it's warm here. Well, we did it where it was freezing and rainy and cold.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we'll get to that. Like, we could get off my toes right now, and we can just go. We can just go to the
I'm
next
telling
thing.
myself too. I haven't done it.
So you have something you want to talk about in today's show.
Well,
So let's
it
get
says
to it.
we each pick topics, and so this is the one I'm throwing at you here. And well, let's just play the first.
You want
This
to play the
is
clip first?
okay. So this is I have no idea what show this is. Obviously, Australia. I guess Australia, but it is the setup was this woman and husband, I guess her husband, I don't know, were on this show talking about their vegan dog. Their vegan dog and why it's good to have a vegan dog.
Oh, I see.
And
My dog turned vegetarian.
And so, or vegetarian. So I guess the producers of the show thought it would be funny if they did a test and put out 2 dog dishes of food, one vegetarian and one meat.
This does sound.
And here's what happens.
This does sound pretty funny. All right, here we go.
One is full of vegetables and one is full of meat.
Oh, amen.
Storm,
Right.
Storm, we
Don't
hate
tell
to
her
put the
to-
temptation in front of you,
You
but it's
ready
over
for
to you.
lunch, Storm?
Right?
Oh,
Let her go.
Should I let her go?
Let her go.
Oh, she's obviously going to go. Obviously. Oh, you little.
Yes.
I didn't swear.
Oh, and there is
Oh, no.
natural
Oh, no.
selection.
Oh, she's checking it out. Well, in fairness, the weather has cooled down quite dramatically.
Yes, of course it has. Yes, but look, this is a dog acting naturally.
One is
Yeah,
full of
right.
vegetables and one is full of meat.
Okay, so
Oh, amen.
okay.
Turns out dogs like meat. Imagine that.
Yeah, you can't make a dog vegetarian. I mean, yeah, our dog loves cooked carrots, right? Pippin loves cooked carrots,
I don't think that's what it is.
but it's not, he doesn't only eat cooked carrots. He also loves bananas, which
I
the
don't-
effect of the bananas is not good. But
I don't think
it would be cruel if we only made Pippin eat cooked carrots and bananas.
Turn him into a vegetarian.
Because dogs are not vegetarians. They are carnivores. Occasionally they eat grass or some stupid plant like the azaleas.
And so we're calling this, it's the nature of the
It's the nature of the beast because a dog is gonna dog, right? They're gonna eat meat. They're supposed to eat meat. What a stupid thing.
Well, actually,
And you know what? So are people. People are supposed to eat meat.
it's in
It
the
doesn't
teeth.
mean
It's in the
we're
digestive
supposed
tract.
to only eat meat. I'm not a fan, like I'm not gonna say don't go on keto, or we could go on and on about nutrition. I know you love keto, but vegetables are very
meat.
important. Vegetables, micronutrients in vegetables, very important. But people need meat. We need, and I mean grass-fed, good sources of meat because we need good fats.
Yeah.
And the B vitamins and amino acids that are in meat and organ meat. We're supposed to, because you can't deny. Are you going to go pull up the Piers Morgan video?
I will. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Is that what
I
you
saw
want to go
this.
to next? This is another one?
Yeah, I'm not a Piers Morgan fan.
not?
I mean, I just think he's not my cup of tea. But I saw
My
this,
cup of tea.
and I thought this was such a great takedown
All right, let's
of
hear
a
it.
dumb vegan. Oh, thought it was gone.
It'll come.
Where
Just
is
give it
it?
a second. Where's me jumper?
Technology.
I don't know.
Where
Yeah,
is it?
apparently we're having technical issues.
Technical issues.
So let's try this.
Anyway,
yeah,
so-
no connection. So let's get rid of that. I don't know.
So
why.
we have no. Are we on?
I don't know. It says that it's having trouble loading.
Huh.
So let's try it again.
Are we?
There it is. Okay. Here we go. No, I don't think I got it yet, but I'll get there. I don't know why it did that because we're
Technical
connected to the
issues.
internet. We're not
Yeah.
we're not wireless, but we'll go here. We'll click on
Anyway,
this.
so we're getting there.
We'll go with the takedown from Piers Morgan,
And
okay.
Yeah.
and we'll bring that up, and let's see if if that will come up.
Well,
There it is.
That's okay. If we,
All
if
right.
we can't
Thank you
get
for
it.
your patience
Okay.
as we work through our technical.
You're a vegan, I'm a meat eater. Why can't we just both live happily in each other's orbit? Why can't you let me just get on with eating meat and you eat your gruel and we'll all go home happy? You can all be as hangry as you like and not have meat. I don't believe in the science of a strictly vegan diet. If vegan diets work, a lot of animals wouldn't eat other animals.
Do you believe in the climate crisis?
Yes.
Agriculture, farming and fishing is a leading cause of the climate crisis.
You know what's also a leading cause of climate crisis? Planes which carry vast amounts of your avocados and your almonds from California and fly them thousands of miles to your table here in your vegan cafes. And then they also go in trucks. And my response to you, destroying all these things, is to have a Big Mac. Because you know what? It's a free country, it's a democracy, and I'm allowed to eat meat, and I'm certainly allowed to eat meat when someone who kills bees to feed their avocado habit, mine. You're a vegan.
Okay.
So,
Now, I actually think that Big Mac looks disgusting. I do not like fast food.
I was getting hungry.
Yeah. I do not like fast food. It's not real food. That is not real food. And I think that is so perfect because he just nails the common sense of the dumb vegan stuff is that you can't, first of all, to say that growing food and catching food is the major cause of climate.
Climate change.
Climate change. That's going to be the biggest cause of starvation as they're doing in the Netherlands when they're closing down how many farms over there? The government's taking over. I mean, people have to eat. And you can't, it is a lie to say that, well, we're just going to exist on vegetables. Do you think we're going to have less farmland needed for growing vegetables? And by the way, how do you grow healthy vegetables? You have to have organic meal in your soil. You have to have fish bones. You have to have organic meat, dead animals in your soil to make healthy plants grow that are nutritious. Otherwise, you grow dead, lifeless, worthless vegetables. It's one of the biggest lies.
They're going to put bugs in it.
It's
going to be fine.
It is one of the biggest lies of veganism, and a lot of vegans who come out of that because they get sick. Over time, the lack of B vitamins, and believe me, you're a former doctor, you know this. You're not getting enough of the correct B vitamins from beans and legumes. It's not enough.
So to this end, to your point about this, unless you got something else on that, it just so happens coincidentally that I was listening to a podcast from Bulletproof, the Bulletproof Coffee guy.
He's good. He's good.
And I really enjoyed it, but I caught this little segment and I put this up on my Facebook page. And I do post a lot on Facebook. Melanie pretty much stays off of social media, but I'm on a lot. And of course, if you do comment, just so you know, if you're watching live on Facebook or YouTube and you comment on this right now, it will show up in the comment section. But we are asking people mostly to go over to Rumble because that's where we actually want to do our live stream. And once we get subscribed on Rumble, then comments on Rumble will also show up. Because we do want to have more interaction in the case of folks who want to do it. So I just wanted to remind you, please go over to Rumble and like and subscribe, mash whatever buttons you're supposed to mash and push whatever. I don't know all that stuff, but I do know that I was watching this video that you sent me, and I really liked this one little segment. Primarily, I liked it because this is what, well, I'll explain.
The genesis of the Bulletproof Diet book, but it's a plate covered in vegetables that don't have a lot of toxins in them, covered in the right kinds of fats that are not damaged fats and seed oils and stuff like that, and a moderate amount of high quality protein. Yeah. And that if you do that on a regular basis, you'll probably over time remove a lot of the things that are triggers for excess adrenaline and many other conditions. Am I missing anything in that basic recipe?
No, you're not. Okay. Not at all. Scrambled eggs cooked in MCT oil, put on a bed of spinach is like a perfect breakfast.
Yeah, and the reason I wanted to call attention to that is many years ago I put together a little nutrition program. I'm talking about the early '90s.
Yeah, a long
I put
time.
together a little nutrition program. It's still available places, including on my Facebook page, and I'd encourage you to go over there and take a look at that because, the situation is that most of the medical advice that we've gotten for a long time, and I guess maybe in this regard, we shouldn't be surprised at some of the craziness that's passing for science now, because craziness has been passing for science for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about like nutritional crazies. I'm talking about medical crazies. I haven't really broached this subject that much in my public persona. I've mostly left this out and focused on politics in my career in talk radio. But much of what passes for good nutrition is not. And that little thing that we just shared is a good example of, the kind of thing that is in fact what people ought to be eating. And I would just encourage you to take the time to go over to my Facebook page and check that out and give it a listen. Did you have anything else for today's show?
No, that's it. Don't be a vegan. It's dumb.
Thanks for joining us under the Liberty Tree. We'll see you tomorrow or whenever the next time is. Bye.